Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome to episode 2 of Lore Corner. You might be like, Lore Corner? Or what? So I'm going to start off by explaining what it is. I know a hell of a lot about Warcraft Lore, too much if you ask me. I play on a roleplay server, and some people just seem to be really dopey. It's not that many people, but when you see some Scarlets marrying Night Elves, you kinda want to punch them. So, this is my attempt to improve things a little. I'm going to share my knowledge of Warcraft lore and hopefully improve other people's knowledge, hopefully improving their roleplay skills as well, and maybe even get other people interested in the game. So, without any more interruptions, I'll begin. In the last episode, we spoke about the First War, which resulted in the destruction of Stormwind. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave an annotation somewhere on the screen so you can go back and watch it. This episode is about the Second War, as you've probably seen by the title. In its most basic form, the Second War was between the Orcs of the Horde and the Alliance of Lordaeron. Now, the Alliance of Lordaeron was the start of the alliance we have in World of Warcraft today. I'm going to speak about how the alliance was founded. The King of Lordaeron, whose name I will butcher, called for an emergency council when survivors of Stormwind were shown up on his doorstep. The council was held to discuss the problem of the Horde, and how the people of the North would deal with it. After Lothar gave a hearty speech, the Alliance of Lordaeron was founded. At this time, the alliance consisted of a few kingdoms and city-states. The alliance contained Gilneas, Stromgarde, Dalaran, Alterac, and Kultaris. The alliance also contained two clans of dwarves, the dwarves of Ironforge, who were the Bronzebeards, and the dwarves of Airy Peak, who were the Wildhammers. The gnomes of Gnomegon and the High Elves of Croflas were also part of the alliance, though the elves only sent a small number of troops to help in the initial efforts. So, now we know why the alliance was founded, and who it consisted of. The allied North seems strong, but the Horde also had allies. The Horde consisted of Orcs, Ogres, and Trolls. All three were furious foes, and to add to it, the Goblins saw profit, so they decided to join as well. The Orcs also had possession of a powerful artifact known as Demon Soul. Demon Soul was created by Deathwing back when it was called Neltharion, I think that's his name. Demon Soul has the power to enslave any dragonfly, and the Orcs knew this. They used its power to enslave Alexstrasza and her dragonfly. So, now we know both the forces of the Alliance and the Horde, and who they consist of. Now I'll go into the actual war, which was 6 years later after the First War. The Horde launched two attacks. One a naval assault, which got them 3 navy bases, and the other a ground assault from Blackrock. The 3 bases that were captured by the naval assault were Zuldair, Tol Barad, and Crestfall. These 3 points were very important in the war, and the Horde required them to win. The Horde launched attacks from these 3 bases, now on the shores of Lordaeron. South Shore, Hillsbrad, and Taran Mill were attacked. The Horde managed to get some troops through this area, due to the treacherous nation of Alterac. They gave the Horde information they needed to get into places undetected. During the attack on Taran Mill, the Orcs came across the leader of the Armani tribe, Zul'jin. Once news of the Orcs' find had reached Doomhammer, he ordered Zul'jin be released. The two formed a pact. Zul'jin and the Armani tribe would retake their former homelands, which the elves had built on, while the Orcs would only take Lordaeron. Meanwhile, on the ground assault, the gnomes and the dwarves were outnumbered, and they were pushed back into Ironforge. They sealed the doors, cutting off all access to the outside world, meaning that they were also cut off from communicating with the rest of the Alliance. The Orcs used this opportunity to move up north, into the wetlands. They took Dun Algez, Dun Mador, and Grim Batal. Now, back to the Trolls. Lothar and his men were the only ones stopping the Orcs and the Trolls getting to Quel'Thalas, but his men were required at Airy Peak. So, they travelled, abandoning that position, meaning the Orcs and the Trolls got into Quel'Thalas. The Orcs and the Trolls butchered everything in their way, killing any elves and burning the forest. They made it as far as Eversong was before any Alliance reinforcements could show up to save the elves. After seeing the destruction that would soon be on their doorstep if they didn't help, the elves now put all their efforts into this war, making it so that the tides may finally turn. So, now I'm going to speak about everything I've said so far, just to make it a bit easier to remember. 2 attacks were launched by the Horde. One naval, which took 3 bases and managed to sneak their troops into Quel'Thalas after saving the leader of the Armani tribe, and another one, which pushed its way all the way up to the wetlands, taking the whole area apart from Ironforge. All this was possible due to one treacherous nation in the Alliance, Alterac. So, now the elves were helping, the Alliance managed to retake the north and defeat any orcs in that area. They then went to the naval bases and destroyed them. This meant that the orcs could no longer land troops on the shores of Lordaeron. They also sent troops to retake Arathi Highlands, which, like the naval assault, was successful. The Horde was now in disarray, and they were attempting to regroup. The Alliance crushed any remnants that they found of the orcs, using the Paladins of the Silver Hand, which was led by Uther Lightbringer. The Paladins somehow found out about Aldric's betrayal, and told the others. The Alliance swiftly destroyed the small kingdom. During that time, there was a betrayal in the Horde. Gul'dan. He headed to the Tomb of Sagrigus, attempting to steal any demonic power that was there. Everyone who accompanied Gul'dan was slain by the demons, and Gul'dan himself was, meaning he's now out the picture. Doomhammer ordered that all of the clans who assisted Gul'dan was slain, and very quickly they were, meaning the Horde was distracted. The Alliance used this opportunity to attack the orcs while they were in Blackrock, slaughtering any there. This began a siege. Doomhammer didn't want this. He charged out with any troops who would still remain loyal to him and met the Paladins in combat. Lothar was there, and the two duelled. Unfortunately, Doomhammer won and Lothar was slain. The orcs still lost the fight, as the second in command of the army managed to win. He took Doomhammer as a prisoner, and all the other orcs fled, retreating to the Dark Portal. So, to once again sum it all up in a sentence or two. 2 attacks were launched by the Horde. The naval one took 3 bases and managed to sneak into Quel'Thalas after saving the leader of the Almani tribe, which forced the elves to fight. The ground attack pushed all the way up to the wetlands, taking the whole area apart from Ironforge. All this was possible due to a betrayal of Aldric. The elves' armies turned the tide, managing to assure victory up in the north. Aldric was destroyed by the Alliance after discovering their betrayal, and Gul'dan was slain at the Tomb of Sagrigus after trying to claim the demonic power. Doomhammer was taken prisoner by the Alliance, and all the orcs who followed him retreated to the Dark Portal. Before Doomhammer was taken prisoner, Lothar was slain by him. Well, that's all for this episode. In the next one I'll be speaking about the invasion of Draenor and the destruction of the Dark Portal. These events introduce another character who is a major part of the Third War, so if you'd like to see it, subscribe. Please, if you enjoyed the episode, like it, and if you enjoyed it that much, favourite it. Any constructive criticism would be appreciated. Thanks for watching, and take care.